Uh,
Yeah,
Sir, good evening. It is 9:30 p.m. in India today. That is on 25th February 2023, and it is such a delight and a pleasure speaking with you. My name is Sushil Rao, Chilkuri Sushil Rao, and I live here in Hyderabad. I'm a journalist, and I was very thrilled recently when I saw photographs of you shared by Dasu Kesava Rao, sir. He's been a role model for us in Hyderabad as a journalist. Everyone loves him here, both in Hyderabad city, Telangana, and of course, he's got a very good reputation across the country as not only a very professional journalist, but as a loving human being. And ఆయన్నే అంత అనుకుంటే, and we have his elder brother here I'm speaking with, and about which I'm very, very happy. Sir,
Uh, I'll I'll come to the first question about
ఆయన అడుగుతారు
Ah,
ఆయన
Krishnamurti sir, though I gave you an order of questions, but I'm going to the last question first. My my last question that was sent to you in the list will be my first question for the day. Please tell us about your very strong bond and association with your younger brother Kesava Rao. And as I mentioned, he himself has been a thorough professional, a person who's very much respected in journalistic circles and in the society as such. Now, we know him as that person, somebody who's loving, caring, and a thorough professional. What do you know Kesava Rao sir as, being his elder brother, Krishnamurti sir?
Kesarao Mida. Kesarao is 17 years younger to me.
Okay.
So my relationship with him is, I used to take him to school and I saw him growing up. Then I saw he's going up in the career, and I saw also he's winning awards, especially the Ugadi Award, and then the honor done by N. Ram, his editor. And DK is a very simple person, but also a very balanced, a man of balanced mind and all that. And if you compare him to me, then I think I have more an avuncular attitude towards him than a brother. And I like him very much. It goes without saying.
Well, we also like him, but if I were to ask Kesava Rao sir this question about how he happens to have a cheerful and smiling face, he would smile it off. So, will you kindly explain to me Kesava Rao's disposition? Has he always been like this, as cheerful as he looks since his childhood?
Babi?
బాబాయ్ చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి ఇట్లాగే cheerful గా ఉన్నారా అని అడిగారు.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I think it's a family trait. Being cheerful is a family trait. I'm at 96, I am as cheerful as my brother.
Absolutely. And coming back to my very first question, so can you tell us a little bit about your childhood? You're saying you're now 96 years old. Please tell me about your childhood.
మీ చైల్డ్హుడ్ గురించి అడుగుతున్నారు.
Yes, I am a very indifferent student first. Then I didn't care for the contents of textbooks at all. My answers were very original, came from my own mind. This continued till my last year in the college. That was in journalism college. I used to write whatever came to my mind. So that way, as a child also, I was very indifferent to studies.
But I'm sure when you're saying that, you would have been reading a lot to come to an opinion about certain things so that you could put out your mind directly on paper rather than what was being taught from a textbook.
ఆయన అడుగుతున్నారు, you must be reading extensively in order to be able to come up with your own independent thoughts about issues. So did you read extensively when you were a child?
I don't know how to explain it, but till the last year in college is at Osmania University journalism course. And then I don't know whether it's, you may call it good luck or whatever it is. And I wrote whatever I had in mind from the beginning.
What you had in mind, was it due to the fact that you were reading extensively as a young person?
Yes, you can say I began reading extensively in my 16th year. I began it with a book on general knowledge, and then a classmate of mine suggested reading Oscar Wilde. So I began with Oscar Wilde, went to Somerset Maugham, Bernard Shaw, then Carver, Virginia Woolf, then Chitra Banerjee, almost all contemporary writers. Especially because we began compiling anthologies.
Okay. So, what made you join journalism, and which year was that? Why did you make the choice?
I'll tell you. The journalism is in the family. My great-grandfather ran a journal called Kalpavalli, addressing the problems and grievances of women. 100 years before Gudipati Venkatachalam came on the scene, then his son Kesava Rao started the first Telugu daily in Andhra Pradesh. It's called Andhra Varta. Then afterwards, my father worked as an intern in the London Times and also was an assistant editor of Ceylon Daily News. It's a very prestigious newspaper in Ceylon, the Daily News. So that's how it came.
Oh, so no, I'm really thrilled to know about this.
Journalism మొదలు పెట్టింది.
No, my great-grandfather.
Yeah, can you mention his name, sir? What is his name? Great-grandfather's name?
ఆయన పేరేంటి మీ గ్రేట్ గ్రాండ్?
Dasu Ramulu. He wrote a classic called Devi Bhagavatam and 32 other books. But in 1880, he began a journal called Kalpavalli, addressing the problems of women. As I told you, 100 years before Gudipati Venkatachalam came on the scene.
Sir, that was your great-grandfather. What is your grandfather's name?
మీ తాతగారి పేరేంటి?
Dasu Ramulu.
Okay.
That is Muttatagar.
మీ తాతగారి పేరేంటి?
మా తాతగారి పేరు కేశవరావు.
And your father?
My father's name is Trivikrama Rao.
So,
And
sir,
then,
when you
there was another Narayan Rao, who was a brother of my grandfather. he is one of the founders of Krishna Patrika with Mutnuri Venkat, Mutnuri Krishna. Mutnuri
బాబాయ్ ఆన్సర్ చెప్పారు.
Krishna. Okay.
Mutnuri Krishna.
Sir, can you recall your days in
What memories do you have of the journalism department when you were studying there?
Number one is I had some role in midwifing the journalism department. I was the first person to talk to Dr. Odell about it. And it was a very big hall with gallery on the first floor of Osmania University. There were 55 students and three women among them, and two of them were very well known, Illindulu Saraswati Devi and Abburi Chaya Devi. And both of them are well-known fiction writers in Telugu.
do you recall which year this was in, sir?
Which year was this?
53.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, 54.
So was
54.
this your very first batch of journalism, sir, or there was another batch before you, or?
This was the very first batch, right?
Yes, I belong to the first batch, and I was the first person to be admitted, even before it's a very farcical meeting with Dr. DeForest Odell. I asked him to whether I could join. He said, "You write a essay of 500 words and bring it to me." I brought it to him, and he read it, and he said, "Fantastic, you are admitted."
How did you first meet Dr. Odell?
Yeah.
Yes, please tell me that.
It was like this. 1954, June, it was very heavily raining. My house is opposite Barkatpura Chaman, and a bus going to Osmania University stopped outside the Barkatpura Chaman, and an elderly person came out and stood in the rain. I'm very distressed. Then I took an umbrella, ran to him and brought him to our house. And my father asked him, what brought you to Hyderabad? Then he said, I was invited by Osmania University to open a journalism program there. That is how it happened. And so that is how I was the first student to be admitted. And I was also the first person to come university first.
My gosh, you will not understand how much I'm thrilled talking to you today. As it is, I was excited knowing about you from Keshav Rao, sir. But today, hearing it directly from you, sir, you've been in journalism for the last 70 years. How has it been so far?
You have been in the field of journalism for 70 years. How has it been so far? Me 70 years of journalism experience at Launde.
See, anything connected with writing, it's not only journalistic writing, anything connected with writing. Even from my third grade, I used to juggle with words. How some 10 words can be written in several ways. So that continued even today. I do that. Suppose I try to write like Raymond Carver, or like Virginia Woolf, or like D.H. Lawrence. So that's a kind of it's almost a spiritual satisfaction for me to write.
Being a wonderful friends, wonderful siblings, and whatnot. In terms of age, if he's 17 years older to me, he is much like my father. It's like that. In a very recent email, which I recall, he said, కేశవరావు నిన్ను నేను అక్కయ్య అన్నయ్య అందరం కలిసి పెంచాము అని he was saying we felt so happy. I was all tears when I read that mail, which was just I recalled again anamata. That is the kind of thing. And మామూలుగా apart from, because ఏమంటారు, both of us belong to the same area, that is journalism, we have a lot to kind of exchange and talk. And then that apart, both of us are kind of nostalgia people, always living in the past, enjoying the past. So whenever we talk, he talks about era, నువ్వు లతా మంగేష్కర్ పాట అనార్కలిలో విన్నావా, లేకపోతే తరానాలో ఈ పాట విన్నావా అని అడుగుతూ ఉంటాడు. అట్లా జరుగుతుంది. It's really great. Every time he speaks, I look forward to it. I enjoy every bit of it, Armand.
Thank you so much, sir.
See,
Thank you so much. Yeah. And
Right.
sir, does Krishnamurti sir also sing then?
Yeah, he does. He is an avid classical music lover, and he does sing. Yeah. He may not
Krishnamurti
be
sir,
professional, but he always keeps on.
can I ask Krishnamurti sir to sing a song for us?
Let us see.
మిమ్మల్ని పాట
Krishna, come on, go ahead.
పాడతారా లేదా?
పాడతారు.
సాలూరి రాజేశ్వరరావు ఒక పాట పాడాడు, పాట పాడు మా కృష్ణ అని. అట్లా అన్నమాట.
మీకేమన్నా పాట వస్తే పాడండి.
నాకేం వస్తుంది పాట?
అదే పాడు, అదే పాడు, పాట పాడు మా కృష్ణ.
ఏదో సైగల్ పాటలు అటువంటి ఉంటాయి. సైగల్ పేరు విన్నారు కదా మీరు?
విన్నాను సార్.
సైగల్,
సైగల్ది పాడండి సార్.
సైగల్ బాలముగాయే బసో మేరే मन में सावन आया तमन्ना दिखाई, बालमुगाए बसो मेरे मन में, तुम बिना रसिया करना पावे, मन में मोरा कूक उठते जब, कोकिला पूजत बनों में, बालमुगाए बसो मेरे मन में.
Wow, this is beautiful, beautiful. Excellent, sir. Sir, I know I have given you all some trouble with organizing this get together on Zoom.
ఆయన మాట్లాడుతున్నారు.
All right, please go ahead.
Sir, I know you continue to write even today, as I've seen some photographs. What do you write today? Because I saw a photograph you sitting at the table and writing. What is that you write?
మీరు కాలిఫోర్నియాలో మీ క్రోమ్ బుక్ ముందర కూర్చుని కథ రాస్తున్నారు కదా, ఏం కథ రాస్తున్నారు అని అడుగుతున్నారు.
It's about a young person going with a girlfriend to the hotel and doing wrong things with a woman, and it's a story based on a story that has appeared 75 years ago in Saturday Evening Post. I was working on it, and I think when our anthology comes, you will be able to read it.
Oh, great. So when do you intend to complete it? How many more days or months is it likely to take in case you pursue it on an everyday basis to write?
When do you expect to finish the anthology?
Um, that's not in our hands, but I think it will be available after July 1st. July 1st. I mean, it
Fantastic,
depends on the
fantastic.
it depends on publishers also.
Have you finished writing it?
Yeah, I have planned it. Everything is ready. It is what you call a novella and short stories.
Have you decided on a title for that, sir?
Have you decided on a title for it?
um, I think the publisher will object to it.
But tell me, you have been unstoppable over the last 7 decades. So who can stop you now when you think of a title?
And Antunaru, you have been unstoppable for the last 70 years. So who can stop you now?
I don't know. Ask Kesava Rao. He might be able to.
I mean, if we don't get to see that title, at least please let us know what you have
టైటిల్
in your
తెలియదు
mind.
కానీ
Uh,
టైటిల్ తెలియదు కానీ July 1st is his birthday. So he
Okay.
wants the anthology to coincide with his 97th birthday or something like that.
Fantastic,
That's what it is.
fantastic.
ఇంకోటి
So,
సుశీల్
sir,
మీరు నన్ను అడిగారు మీ కాంటెంపరీస్ ఎవరన్నా కాంటాక్ట్స్ ఉన్నాయా అంటే చెప్తున్నాను.
yes.
కాంటెంపరీస్ కూడా 90 years పైన ఉంటాయి.
Okay.
దెన్ వాళ్ళేమో ఇండియాలో ఉంటారు, నేనేమో
Sir.
అమెరికాలో ఉంటాను.
Parni ma'am, thank you so much for joining, and Kesava Rao sir for
థ్యాంక్ యూ
facilitating this. Krishnamurti sir, 1,000 thanks for taking out time to join and have a discussion with me.
And another thank you for having this discussion with me.
No, I am equally happy meeting you and discussing with you. You represent the younger generation, and between you and me, I think at least 40 to 50 years.
Yes. But there's a lot that I've learned from you, sir, and I intend to share this video recording with a lot of people because somebody like you sharing your experiences, you are a great inspiration for generations. So thank you, Kesava Rao sir, Parni ma'am, and also Krishnamurti sir. Thank you very much.
రైట్ థ్యాంక్
Thank
యూ
you.
Thanks, and